Bray Wyatt difficult before his WWE release. Vince McMahon is changing a popular NXT star's gimmick. And will The Rock be at Survivor Series? It's all in the wrestling news right now. Bray Wyatt described as difficult on the way out from WWE. We were all genuinely rattled when The Fiend was let go. It was a Saturday afternoon, wasn't it, when that news came down?
It was, just like seemingly out of nowhere. WWE obviously doing these the cost cutting stuff, and that just made no sense to a lot of us, because Bray Wyatt is a merch machine, The Fiend is a merch machine, and Bray Wyatt himself just a fantastic creative person. So it was a big shock. It was a huge shock for everybody.
Andrew Zarian of the Mat Men podcast said this last night. Bray was being difficult. This is coming from a source that he's connected to. I'm gonna fill in a lot. I'm not even gonna quote. I have the quote, I don't want to quote it. He was a little difficult. He had some performance issues in the ring and had some weight issues. I'm not saying that's the reason. I'm not going to say that's the reason, but you can kind of piece things together as to when you evaluate a talent and you're like, okay, we need this and we need that, and this is the plan moving forward. Sometimes the decision is easier to make if you make it more difficult for them to make that decision. My first is in tree, but not in trousers. Riddle-dee-dee. Initial reports also stated that WWE's decision to release Bray was purely a cost-cutting measure. Zarian disagrees, saying there's no one reason. Let me just put that out there. Financial, yes, there was a financial issue. There were plenty of other scenarios here as well. Also, he adds, I don't think he was happy. I think so. There's a lot of dancing around there. So people will be questioning. Okay, why don't you just give us the quote then? Yeah. I can only assume that the quote probably wasn't massively complimentary. This is just what I would take from that. When I've had reports from people, like when I've done like coaching and stuff in radio, and I've had reports when someone's gone, they're really crap. Like you're not going to pass on that exact quote, or you're not going to publicly state that quote. So you're going to kind of dissect and dance around the issue a little bit. So I think that's kind of the key things from there: performance issues, weight issues, and obviously Bray Wyatt, he was never a cruiserweight, but he was in great nick.
He really was,
before the end of his run, wasn't he?
I thought so as well. I didn't think this is weight issues. I didn't see it myself. I thought he looked fantastic. I thought he looked great, and in the ring, when he was given the chance to do something, he really did a good job of it as well. I don't think there was any. Personally, no performance issues there, at least for me and for my eyes. But yeah, it says in here, I don't think he was happy, and I mean, the way that he was booked, bless him, and the things that he was given, he did the absolute best of what he was given. And if you can't, if what you do, if you manifest that and that doesn't make you happy, then more power to him for now going on, hopefully to do something that he will really enjoy and creatively feel fulfilled with.
Absolutely. Here's the thing as well, though, is that if you're not fitting the mold, then they're gonna find reasons to see you out the door.
Yeah,
regardless of how talented the greater wrestling fandom thinks you are. If you kind of don't fit into the ideas that company has, then it doesn't matter what you do. I think like there have been wrestlers who you could argue because there'll be people go, okay, well, they had issues with this weight. Well, this guy and this guy and this guy and that guy different, because chances are like, for example, Paul White had many issues with his weight over his time in WWF, but like he was never sent packing. He was sent to OVW for a bit of development, but he was never booted out because there was a lot of other things going in his favour. And I think if Bray Wyatt is already on the back foot with WWE, they're going to use those things to push that door open a bit more.
I think you're right, I think you've nailed it on the head.
Tony Khan has spoken a little bit about Bray Wyatt over the past couple of weeks during an appearance with Moose and Maggie. WFAN. It's not their jingle.
That was good, that.
I wish it was. Tony Khan said, I really like Wyndham Rotunda. The last time I saw him was at Chris Jericho's birthday party. And cake and ice cream. That was a long time ago. I like him as a person very much, and he's a real talented person. At the right time and place, sure, I'd be interested to talk to him. I'm interested to talk to him in general because he's a great person. So no conversations have happened between them.
Yeah.
Tony Khan is very much saying, like, I'd like to discuss things.
And I think rightfully so. No matter wherever he goes, we've said it multiple times already on these videos, just Bray Wyatt, Wyndham Rotunda is an asset wherever he goes because he brings something fresh and something new to the table, and who wouldn't want that in their company?
As long as he's away doing what he wants to do and doesn't have to worry about the fitting into the machinations of Vince McMahon, who's been moulding an NXT star over the past couple of weeks. So, who are we talking about here,
Talk
Andrew?
about Cameron Grimes.
You haven't said it right.
Oh, sorry. Cameron Grimes to the moon! Just
That's
like that.
exactly how you say it.
And everybody's just clicked off the video and after that. Bye.
Bye. Oh, you're still here. Good. What's going on with Cameron Grimes?
Oh, Cameron Grimes. So, obviously, we saw this week on NXT 2.0, Grimes has moved on from his feud with LA Knight, the most electrifying man in sports entertainment, as the podcast boys like to call him. And he's now working a program with Grayson Waller, and on this week's show, Waller gave Grimes some tips to help him find a lovely lady, as Jack likes to say as well. Waller told him that he just needed to shave his chest and trim his beard, and he could find a girl. And WrestlingNews.co have heard a couple of weeks ago that the reason to this, and the reason why Grimes hasn't moved up to Raw or SmackDown, is that Vince McMahon wanted to make some changes to the presentation of his character. Ooh, Cameron Grimes does not need... I personally don't think Cameron Grimes needs a change to his character. However, one thing I will say is that when Cameron Grimes gets given something, as is proven with like this Ted DiBiase stuff, I think Cameron Grimes makes gold no matter what he does.
He really does.
Despite personally not thinking he needs this, he will most definitely do something fantastic with this.
There's a concern from Vince McMahon, I think, that the casual WWE audience will go, why is this redneck rich? And hence why I guess he wants to give him a bit more of a one-note thing. I don't know. I like it. I like the story behind it, just like this, this sort of country bumpkin type who lucked out on during the GameStop thing and just became a millionaire. Why not? And here's the thing, right? That is a storyline that I explained in one sentence.
Yeah.
That's what it's all. You get this character over. He invested in GameStop and he became a millionaire. Story told. There you go. I don't think he needs adjusting, but then I think Vince McMahon obviously has ideas on what millionaire characters should look and carry themselves like.
Yeah.
It's either going to be like he would have him come out and suddenly be hoity-toity, the hoi polloi type. Hello, I'm Cameron Grimes. That's what millionaires sound like, rather than just letting this obscure millionaire breathe on the main roster.
And another thing, I guess, as well, is that if Vince McMahon is honing in on Cameron Grimes, perhaps Vince McMahon sees something in Cameron Grimes too. So hopefully we do get to see a lot more of him, because my goodness, is that man fantastic and one of the highlights on NXT, and has been for a very long time. And his in-ring work just goes to show that he deserves a lot. He deserves a lot of good things in his career.
He did have a lovely time working with LA Knight. But what about LA Knight 2.0 and his potential appearance at Survivor Series? We are, of course, talking about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Whoa!
Is The Rock going to be at Survivor Series, Andrew?
Let me tell you, Matt Menz, Andrews Arian has said The Rock will no longer be appearing at Survivor Series 2021. Furthermore, people in the know are adamant that Roman Reigns versus The Rock should not take place at WrestleMania 38 in Dallas and needs to be booked at WrestleMania 39 in Los Angeles. That's 100%. Where the focus currently is in WWE, and 100%. I agree. I agree. Very much agree
with that. I like, as much as The Rock and Roman is a marquee match, don't think we need to have it in Dallas. Have it. I think we have it in LA, in Hollywood. We'll do it there. It makes more sense. So I'm not surprised he won't be at Survivor Series. I think you wait and have him at Survivor Series next year. If you're going to do Roman versus Rock in Hollywood, you do it there, don't you? So I mean, this opens WrestleMania 38 pretty wide, as well as Survivor Series. I mean, Survivor Series we kind of know is going to be the battle for brand supremacy. Who's got the nicest colour hat? Text in now. now.
Sounds good.
Oh, that's what we're doing, because I miss the days when like Survivor Series was like the Ultimate Warrior and Rick Rude are just assembling some lads
Just a
to have a
team.
rock.
Yeah.
I like that. I like the idea of them doing Survivor Series where they get like, because I feel like we're drifting towards Drew versus Roman Reigns as like a breakwater feud before WrestleMania. Like Survivor Series, you could go, all right, Roman, you grab yourself 4 lads.
Yeah.
Drew, you grab yourself 4 lads. Across the brands, doesn't matter. Like, I like that, because then you'd have like, you get Drew maybe going, all right, I want Bobby Lashley on my team. I hate him, but he's a beast.
He'll get
like,
the job
you
done.
have that system in place, and they're not going to do it, so I'm not bothered about it. And The Rock's not going to be there either, so see you in Hollywood, lads. Good luck making, I don't know, The Mummy 12 and a movie based on the teacup ride at Magic Kingdom. Coming soon. More news as we get it throughout the day. Keys.
Love you, bye.